Hello, my name is Sion Spence. I'm the product development agronomist for the Southwest region, which comprises St. Elizabeth and Westmount. Today, I'm presenting the first of a two-part series as relates to sweet pepper production, the Caribbean chemical Jamaica, and we're looking at land preparation, pests, and disease. Now, today we're going to look at an overview of the sweet pepper crop. What are the ideal conditions to grow sweet pepper? Caribbean chemical sweet pepper varieties that we offer to the Jamaican market. Important aspect of land preparation, pest management, disease management, and most importantly, we'll have a farmer testimony. A farmer that has used Caribbean chemical Jamaica products in the production of his sweet peppers. Now, let us look at sweet pepper. The scientific name for sweet pepper is Capsicum annuum. When a farmer is cultivating the sweet pepper crop, it's important to practice proper land preparation technique. You are giving the sweet pepper a comfortable home in which that sweet pepper will grow. A well-coordinated pest and disease management program. Now, these two factors combined will improve the quality of the peppers that the farmer will offer to the market. It is going to increase your yields, and this will result in the farmer making a greater profit margin. Now, sweet pepper facts. Why should one consume a sweet pepper crop? It's an excellent source of vitamin A, vitamin C. It helps to develop the immune system, and that is very important, especially in this time we are going through a pandemic in terms of corona. It also contains potassium. It's also a healthy dose of fiber, folic acid, as well as iron. Low in calories. A lot of people are becoming health conscious, and it reduces the risk of cancer and heart disease. So these are some of the basic facts about the sweet pepper crop. Now, each crop that you grow needs an ideal growing condition. And sweet pepper also requires these conditions. You need a temperature of between 70 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. It requires 8 hours of sun each day. Now, your average daytime temperature should range to about 75 degrees Fahrenheit, and your average nighttime temperature at 70 degrees Fahrenheit. In terms of your soil requirement, you need a deep, rich, loamy soil that is going to help you to aid in proper root formation. It also requires a soil pH of between 5.5 to 6. This soil pH will help you to facilitate the easy movement of nutrients from the soil to the roots to the plant. Now, another important aspect to know as regards to the ideal growing conditions is the planting distance. You need a planting distance between each sweet pepper sucker of 0.6 meters or 2 feet. Now, between the rows, you need a distance of 1.5 meters or 5 feet. Between the rows, you need a distance that you can carry out your cultivation practice, whether applying your foliar fertilizers, as well as pruning the fertilizer, pruning the sweet pepper plant where this may be required. Now, Caribbean Chemicals Jamaica offers a wide variety of sweet pepper varieties to the market. We have varieties for the open field, such as Red Star, Blue Star, Purple Star, Polaris, and Green Bell. And Green Bell can be considered to be a very prolific sweet pepper because you will get very impressive yield from this variety. Now, in terms of greenhouse, we have two main varieties. We have the sweet pepper Red King, as the name suggests, Red King. When this pepper matures, it is red in color. And we have sweet pepper yellow king, which also matures with a yellow color at maturity. Now, in all production systems, as it relates to crop cultivation, land preparation is a very important aspect in getting your crop to grow properly that you can maximize your yield. As the DJ in Jamaica would say, we have to pre the money. Money is the plan. So land preparation is ideal. And why? Now, what does this land preparation involve? It involves plowing, harrowing, which can be considered as refining the soil. But you need a proper refined soil that will enable the roots to develop properly. And the roots also support the plant. In a case of the green bell, as the polyphy pepper, you need a proper root structure that will aid in a proper stem formation that the peppers can be supported properly. You won't have them tilting left, tilting right. The leveling of the field. In some cases, if you have gentle slopes, you can level the field, that will be easier to carry out your cultivation of it. So these three factors combined will help the farmer to make the land suitable for crop establishment. You need to have the peppers being grown in an ideal condition for them to maximize their yield. And there are certain benefits that you will derive from proper land preparation, such as releases nutrients to the soil. Nutrients are important for the plant to develop, and you need your nitrogen for leaf formation, your phosphorus for root formation. Also, proper land preparation helps to reduce the population of soil pesticides available, reduce the weeds, because the weeds will compete with the seed pepper for nutrients, as well as reduce the amount of ants and grubs that are present. It also improves that contact between the soil and the plant, because both are in a mutual relationship where the soil will provide nutrients to the plant, and also reduce the incidence of pests and disease to your new seed pepper crop that you'll be planting. So these are the basic benefits you get from land preparation. Now there are factors to be considered in land preparation. One of the main ones is the type of soil. Type of soil will determine the amount of plowing activities you have to do. Take, for example, a clay soil. You'll have to rip up that hard pan to get the soil refined. Topography of the land. If you're on steep slope, it is not possible for you to use tractors. You have to use your fork or your hoe, as well as sometimes you have to put in soil conservation methods to conserve your soil. The availability of equipment. In some cases, farmers might have it find difficult to acquire a tractor. Methods of land preparation. As I said before, that we will go in association with the type of soil. We can use mechanical tractor, chemical applying herbicide, and most importantly, the cost. How much will it cost me to employ a tractor or labor? And input is related, because the amount of capital you have as well the input will determine the amount of land you will get there. Now, steps in land preparation. First, we have to remove all the debris from the designated spot that we are going to plant the seed. Prune and trim your trees. Why? To reduce damage to equipment, as well as to allow sunlight to enter the plant. As I said before, you need 8 hours of sunlight each day for the seed pepper to grow and develop properly. Step 2, I'm going to apply different herbicides in order to control the weeds that may be present. I can apply my Glyphosate AG41 or Glyphosate Max at 30 ml in 3.8 of water. 1 hour. Please do not use both. 1 hour. In terms of glyphosate AG41, I can add an adjuvant. It's going to increase the efficacy of the weeds. So take, for example, I have white or Spanish needle present. The glyphosate AG41 or the glyphosate max would be ideal. Also, you can apply paraquat super or scotch at 30 ml in 3.8 liters of water. So if I have a guinea grass or a backyard grass present, the paraquat super and scotch will be ideal. Now, if I have wisps or broadleaves, I can apply amine 6D or amine 2,4-D at a rate of 20 ml to 3.8 liters of water. Now, in the case that I have the weeds have seeded, or take for example, we're having heavy rainfall over a continuous period in Jamaica over these last 3 to 4 months. So I can apply prowl or fencing at 20 ml to control the seeds from those weeds that can be present. So I can mix a cocktail with prowl, amine, or glyphosate, or paraquat, amine 2,4-D, or fencing, depending on the weeds that are present at the time of land preparation. Now, hello, yes, Georgia, can I ask if there are any questions in the chat here now? Yeah. Okay. Thank you, George. Now, the best soil will be a deep soil. Why? You need to have proper root penetration. The root is going to transport nutrients, and I said, to support the structure of the trees. Now, in terms of a clay soil, I would require a chisel plow. Why? Clay soil is compact. So I want to break up that hard pan. So I will chisel my land first, and then I can use this harrow to plow, as well as to harrow, as well as farm. Now, pest management, very important. The pests are going to affect both the leaves that help in the photosynthesis process, as well as the fruit. Now, the fruit will be my source of income. I'm going to sell the sweet peppers to the market. So I have to practice a very prudent pest management program in terms of quality and quantity. Now, let us first look at aphids. These are aphids can be classified as a small body insects that live on the underside of the leaves or the stem of the plant. Normally green, brown to yellow in color. Now, a high infestation of aphids, as you can see on the slide here, may cause the leaves to yellow. As well as the aphids secrete a sticky sugary substance called honeydew, which encourages the growth of sooty mold. So now I have more products, because the sooty molds are going to affect the fruit. You have a black color of that is derived from the sooty mold of the fruit. Now, how do I control this sooty mold? There is Caprid 20 SL that I will apply at 2.5 to 5 ml per 3.8 liters of water, or Cartrax 2.5 to 5 ml in 3.8 liters of water, or Danitol 10 EC, I will apply at a rate of 5 to 10 ml in 3.8 liters of water. Now you see we have 3 different chemistries here. So when I rotate them, the aphids will not build a resistance to these insecticides. So it is important that you control your aphids. Now there is THRIPS. Now there is THRIPS that affects both the buds as well as the leaves. THRIPS is a very small insect, 1.5 millimeters. That's the size of the chip. And it is best viewed by using a hand lens because they are very tiny. The The adults have a pale yellow color to light brown. And the chips, as I said, feed on the flowers and the buds. Remember, the flowers and the buds are going to turn. So the chips are going to affect the amount of sweet pepper that you will have. Other symptoms are the leaves become silvery and speckled with black feces. A high population of chips will cause the leaves to be distorted as well as the buds. And chips also act as a vector for other disease. So how do I control these chips? There is cure 1.8 EC that I will apply at a rate of 2.5 to 5 ml. Low application in the younger stage of the plant. Caprid 20 SL 2.5 to 5 ml in cheap ounces of water, and there's Indica that apply at a rate of between 5 to 10 ml in 3.8 liters of water. So we see farmers they can to control their chips. There's Caprid and Indica. Mites. And mites can really affect your sweet pepper, make the peppers look very terrible. So farmers, you also have to scout your feed and identify these pests and apply the correct control. Now mites, they are very visible tiny dots that are found on the underside of the leaves, and you need a hand lens to view the mite or a microscope. What does mites do to the leaves? They turn the leaves yellow, and you have a bronze appearance on the underside of the leaves. A heavy mite infestation will cause the leaves to fall. Falling of the leaves can cause two factors also. It will reduce the level of photosynthesis as well as it will expose the sweet pepper to the sunlight, and these can cause scorching of the fruit. So you're going to compromise the fruit. Some of these fruits will not be marketable to the market. So you're going to have a reduction in the amount of sweet pepper that you have of a marketable ability. How do I control mites? I can use Cure 1.5 EC at a rate of 2.5 to 5 ml plus Nizoran by a combined bowl. And it's also important to note that I also can only use Nizoran 2 times in the crop cycle. And the rate for Nizoran is 2.5 to 5 grams in 3.8 liters of water. So I can apply Cure, Nizoran Cure, return with Cure, and then apply Cure Nizoran. Very good treatment for my mite. And there is Mr. Whitefly, very common pest found on many plants in Jamaica, including cedar. Whiteflies, as the name says, is white in color, and it's a member of the sucking family of insects. The nymphs are flat and oval, and they normally have a cotton substance that acts as a covering. The adults' size range from 2 to 3 millimeters, which equates to 0.08 to 0.2 inches long, and they are found at the underside of the leaves. And they may cause the plant to be stunted, and a high infestation of whitefly will also contribute to leaf drop, as in the case of mites. And to control the whitefly, we use Caprid at 2.5 to 5 ml in 3 pints of water plus exit. Why we use exit? Well, the exit will help to spread the Caprid over the entire leaf, and because the whiteflies are very persistent, we need proper coverage to control the whiteflies. Now we're going to look at disease management. Just as in the case of pests, disease management is important because there are certain diseases that we'll look at that also will affect the fruit of the sweet pepper. By affecting the fruit, you are going to have less fruit to sell, and this is going to affect your profit margin. Now there is anthracnose. There's anthracnose. Anthracnose is simply the circle lesion on the fruit as shown on the slide here. and also affects the leaves and stem. And the color of this lesion can range from tan to orange to black. And it has it is concentric in the center. Lesion usually reaches 3 centimeters to 1.2 inches in diameter. And to control anthracnose, would apply Bellis 38 WG at a rate of 8 to 12 grams in 3.8 liters of water. And there's also CERCOSPORA leaf spot. And as you see on my slide here, we have the symptoms of the leaf spot right in the center of the leaf here. And as you see, it's a small circular water-soaked spot on the leaves and also at the center. And the lesion, as seen, is also brown in color and surrounded by a red color border. Lesion may range from 0.3 centimeters to 1.3, just the same as 0.1 to 5 inches in diameter. And to control these spots, we have mancozeb 80 WP, which means vegetable powder, and we apply at a rate of 30 grams per liter of water. There's also topsin, which is a systemic fungicide, and we apply at a rate between 10 to 20 grams in 3.8 liters of water. There is powdery mildew. As the name suggests, you have a powdery white substance that grows on under the underside of the leaves, and it's yellow to brown in color. And this yellow to brown in color would affect the upper leaves. The edges of the leaves may curl upwards, exposing the underside. And you have the leaves may also fall. We know that by the leaves falling, it also can affect photosynthesis as well as the quality of the sweet peppers. And we have 3 basic products that can control powdery mildew. There's Acrobat that we can apply at a rate of 10 to 20 grams in 3 liters of water. There's Chief-Me that is excellent against powdery mildew, and we apply at a rate of 2.5 to 5 grams in 3 liters of water. And there is Zamfro, very good fungicide here, at a rate of 10 ml in 3.8 liters of water. Also, there's blossom enrot, which is basically a deficiency of calcium. What are the symptoms of blossom enrot? You have a small water-soaked area at the end of the fruit where the blossom has formed or had been formed. It may also occur on the side of the unripened fruit. The lesion becomes larger, means it enlarges, and the color of this blossom enrot may be tan brown and has a leathery appearance. Now, to control blossom enrot, as we said, it's a deficiency in calcium, so we use Calmax B at a rate of 20 ml in 3 liters of water. I would also apply Saita, a new product that we have now on our product list here at Caribbean Chemicals Jamaica. We'll apply 10 grams of this Saita in 3.8 liters of water. Now to my farmer testimonial. Sorry, George, yes? Well, as we said, the caprid and cure can be used rotationally, Georgia. Why we don't want to use it continuously? We don't want the insects to develop a resistance. Or, I repeat again, the Nizoran can only be used 2 times. So we rotate the caprid as well as the cure with other chemistries, danitol and definite. So what we are practicing is a proper rotation of the chemical. You don't want to be spraying caprid. After a while, the insect will develop a resistance to this product. Now, Mr. Vernon from Pastam, St. Jamaica. Mr. Vernon uses the Omex line of products that include their Bio-20 fortified Calmax, Miller, Cytokine Green Stem Nutrient Express, also Bellis, Zampro, cure caprid, miseran, and mancozeb. And all these products are sold by Caribbean Chemicals Jamaica. In the words of Mr. Vernon, he says here, Zampro and Bellis are excellent fungicides, especially Bellis that offers an accident effect. So you use the Bellis in the form of accident effect in the sweet pepper 21 days after you have transplant. Then you use it at 28 days, 35 and 42. And what it does, the paracolostrobium in this Bellis helps the plant to be greener. And it also produces more water. And he also says here, the insecticides that he has applied, in this case will be Cure, Caprid, and Nizoran, has given him very effective control against the insects. Any more questions, Georgia? Okay. So, in terms of upcoming events, on Tuesday, November 9th, at 1 p.m. on Zoom, YouTube, we'll have the second in this two-part series. Sweet pepper production, we're looking at nutrition, very important, as well as success, with Dale Smith, who is the product development agronomist for the northwestern region of Jamaica. And then on Wednesday morning, November 10th at 6:18, on our regular radio program, Farming Today. The topic will be sweet pepper production, looking specifically at nutrition and success with Dale Smith and Dane Parker. Who Dale is a PDA for the Northwest region, and Mr. Parker is a PDA for the Central region. So farmers, in closing, I hope you will view this presentation as well as others presented by Caribbean Chemicals Jamaica as we strive to improve the quality as well as the quantity of sweet pepper production on our God Love Island, Jamaica. Thank you for me.